What kind of man fights against Islam, defeats Muslims in battle, then later becomes Islam's greatest general? What kind of warrior earns the title Sword of Allah, not from people, not from historians, but from the Prophet Muhammad himself? And what kind of commander fights in over 100 battles and never loses a single one? This is the story of Khalid ibn al-Walid, a man whose life proves that destiny can change in a single moment. 1. Born for war. Khalid ibn al-Walid was born in Mecca, into the powerful Banu Maksim tribe. This tribe wasn't known for poetry or trade. They were known for war. Khalid's father, Walid ibn al-Mughira, was one of Quraysh's greatest military leaders. From a young age, Khalid was trained in horse riding, sword fighting, strategy, command. Khalid was already considered a military genius. And when Islam appeared in Mecca, Khalid saw it not as a religion, but as a threat. Khalid versus Islam. The Battle of Uhud. Khalid's most famous moment before Islam came at the Battle of Uhud. The Muslims were winning. The Quraysh army was retreating. Victory seemed certain, but Khalid noticed something crucial. The Muslim archers, ordered to stay on a hill, had left their position. That single mistake changed history. Khalid led a cavalry charge from behind, striking the Muslims unexpectedly. Chaos followed. The tide of battle turned completely. Many companions were injured. Some were martyred. Even the Prophet was wounded. From a military perspective, it was brilliant. From a spiritual perspective, it was devastating. And Khalid ibn al-Walid became one of Islam's fiercest enemies. The turning point. But something strange began happening. Despite his victories, Khalid felt uneasy. Islam kept growing. The Muslims kept surviving, and the Prophet never cursed Khalid. Instead, he prayed for him. After the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, Khalid finally asked himself, "How long will I stand against the truth?" In the year 7, Khalid made a decision that shocked Mecca. He rode to Medina, and there, the greatest enemy of Islam stood before the Prophet Muhammad and accepted Islam. The Prophet looked at him and said, "Praise be to Allah who has guided you. I always knew someone like you could never remain ignorant of the truth." From that moment on, Khalid's sword would never be raised against Islam again. The sword of Allah. Shortly after becoming Muslim, Khalid joined the Battle of Mu'tah. The Muslim army, 3,000 soldiers. The Roman army, over 100,000. 2-3 Muslim commanders were martyred, one after another. The army was on the verge of destruction. Then Khalid took command. In a single night, he reorganized the army, changed formations, and launched calculated counterattacks. The Romans believed reinforcements had arrived. Khalid withdrew the army without defeat. When the news reached Medina, the Prophet declared, "Khalid is the sword of Allah." From that day on, he was known as Khalid ibn al-Walid, Saifullah. Battles that changed history. After the Prophet's death, Khalid became the backbone of the Muslim army. He crushed the false prophet Musaylima at the Battle of Yamama, a battle that saved Islam from collapse. He conquered Iraq against the Persian Empire, then marched across deserts no army dared to cross, and shattered the Byzantine Empire in Syria. At the Battle of Yarmouk, Khalid's tactics defeated a force 5 times larger, permanently breaking Roman power in the region. Historians, Muslim and non-Muslim alike, rank Khalid among the greatest generals of all time, and yet, his greatest test wasn't on the battlefield. Power taken away. At the height of his success, Khalid was removed from command by Caliph Umar ibn al-Khattab, not because of failure, but to prove that victory comes from Allah, not from any man. Many expected Khalid to rebel. He didn't. He continued fighting, not as a general, but as a simple soldier, no complaints, no anger, no ego, only obedience. A death unlike any other? Khalid ibn al-Walid, the undefeated warrior, did not die in battle. He died in bed, covered in scars. He once said, "I have fought in so many battles, and there is not a spot on my body, except that it has been struck by a sword, spear, or arrow. Yet here I am, dying like an old camel in bed." And with his final breath, the sword of Allah was sheathed. Khalid ibn al-Walid's story isn't just about war. It's about transformation, from enemy to hero, from pride to humility, from power to obedience. A reminder that no matter who you were yesterday, Allah can make you legendary tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe for diverse content with Dive In. Bye, stay safe.